Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Romi Hidayat from Accounting Department 2016. Today, I will show you about my thesis seminar that's about the effect of corporate governance structure on profitability. A study of empirical airlines companies listed in Indonesia Stock Exchange. First of all, I want to say thank you to all of my lecturer, especially to my thesis advisor, Professor Dr. Edi R. Rashid, MCom CAAK. And then to my thesis examiner today. And then I want to say thanks a lot to all of my audience who will give chance to me to present this thesis seminar. Okay, let's we start it. The content of our seminar today is introduction for chapter 1, literature review, and then chapter 3 research method, chapter 4 result and discussion, chapter 5 the conclusion of my thesis seminar.
So we'll start it with introduction. First, about the background. Why I chose this topic as my thesis. First, mention concern of discussion. So, modern corporate governance principle support an approach that consider and balance the legitimate and reasonable needs, interests, and expectation of its stakeholder in an inclusive, ethical, and sustainable manner as part of its decision. Corporate board include not only those that pursue wealth creation as the sole objective, but also ethically responsible individuals who seek to improve social and environment performance. Boardroom, educational meeting, and policy circle the world over, based on Clason research in 2006. And then corporate collapse, like Enron and Word.com have led to the realization of the effect and importance of strong corporate governance system on financial performance of companies in 2009. Global economic recession called for an increasing need to promote good corporate governance across the globe. However, the recent corporate governance problem and business failure have spurred a lively debate on whether firms are adequately governed. And then in Africa, there have been many corporate collapse and financial crisis because lack of effectiveness corporate governance. So the South African government recommend that corporate governance structure should be comprised of an appropriate balance of knowledge, diversity, and independence for discharging their duties objectively and more efficiently. And then Zigai in 2017 do a research to examine the effect of corporate governance structure on firm financial performance using panel data analysis of the random effect model. They determine the relationship between both independent and board size and the return on equity for period 2010 until 2015. So they found that a weak negative correlation between ROE and board size and a weak but positive correlation between ROE and board independent.
So,
based on the research, effective corporate governance through a small effective board and monitoring by an independent board result in increased firm financial performance.
In 2020, Khalifah research about Islamic Bank. In this research, Khalifah examined the effect of corporate governance disclosure on bank performance by building a corporate governance disclosure index for 10 Islamic banks operating in Iran, Saudi Arabia, Malaysia. The result found that Islamic bank with higher level of corporate governance disclosure reported high operating performance measured by ROA. In contrast to the expectation, the financial performance of ROE are not significantly related to the disclosure of Sharia bank performance. That will contra with the previous research with the Ziga research. So I think it will be good when we are test to adapt this research. Actually, I adapt to be testing the problem in government and profitability of airline companies in Indonesia, because recently in Indonesia there are several problems in governance and profitability of airline companies. It's like PT Garuda Indonesia thesis. Quoting from CNBC Indonesia, Garuda have problem with the financial statement for 2018. General meeting of shareholder, two commissioner expressed dissenting opinion and did not want to sign the financial statement because of they consider Garuda Indonesia financial performance were not accordant with the PSAK. Then Eric Thohir, as the Minister of Development, said that the chaos of occur at Garuda was caused by governance that was not implemented properly.
Was that researchers want to try the research in Indonesia airline companies, because recently in Indonesia there are several problems in governance profitability of airline companies. So is it governed based on the background? We found that the problem formulation first is, does the implementation of good corporate governance structure affect to the profitability proxied by ROA on airline companies in 2017 until 2019? Second, does the application of good corporate governance structure affect to the profitability proxied by ROE on airline companies in 2017 until 2019? Third, the objective of this research is to test and analyze the effect of good corporate governance structure on profitability proxied by ROA on airline companies in 2017 until 2019. Second, to test and analyze the effect of good corporate governance structure on profitability proxied by ROE and on airline companies in 2017 until 2019. Then, benefit of this research give knowledge about governance structure and profitability, and give information related implementation governance structure and profitability in airline companies. In this chapter 2, we're gonna talk about
Agency theory and stewardship theory. Two main theories related to corporate governance, stewardship theory and agency theory, based on Chins and Shaw, in Stephen Journal in 2009. Stewardship theory is built on philosophical assumption about human nature, namely that humans are essentially trustworthy, capable of acting responsibly, possessing integrity and honesty toward others. In other words, stewardship theory sees management as trustworthy to act in the best way for the public and stakeholder interests.
Meanwhile, the agency theory
Sees that company management as an agent for shareholder, which will act with full awareness for their own interests. For good corporate governance, the meaning of good corporate governance is basically a terminology used for a concept of fiduciary obligation of those who control the company to act in the interest of all shareholder and stakeholder. The concept of fiduciary obligation is based on agency theory, where agency problem arise when managing a separate company from ownership. In other words, the board of commissioner and director as agent in company have interests different from shareholder.
Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development (OECD) define corporate governance as a system in which a business entity regulates
and control. In general, there are 5 main principles in application corporate governance, so that supervision can run well. Namely,
openness or transparency, accountability, responsibility, independency, and fairness. Then, who will input in this corporate governance? The participant in corporate governance consists by board of director. A corporate organ whose main function is to pay attention responsibly to the management of company. And then, chief executive officer, a company organ that is in charge running the company as well as possible and securing company asset. Third, board of commissioner.
The fourth is auditor. 5, stakeholder. Stakeholder is consists by stakeholder, employees, customer, community, creditor, and government.
And then the main related to the main topic in this research is corporate governance structure. Corporate governance structure consists by board size, independent non-executive director, and woman board commissioner.
The size of board commissioner is an important element of board of commissioner characteristic that affecting to the level of accounting conservatism. And then research by Lara 2007 show that companies with strong board as corporate governance mechanism require higher level conservatism than companies with weak board. The agency theory explains that the board of commissioner is expected to minimize the agency problem that arise between the board of director and shareholder, so that companies apply the principle of conservative accounting to prevent behavior that divide from director and manager. The signaling theory explains that the target the size of board of commissioner will give a positive signal to investor related to the service and control function of board commissioner as corporate governance mechanism, based on Ahmed and Doliman Journal 2007.
Thus, the greater the size of board commissioner, the greater the strength of board commissioner in conducting supervision. That's the use of conservative accounting will be higher as well. And then second, independent non-executive director. According to RASID 2018, monitoring ability of the board might be influenced by advising tendency of board, which can be proxied by frequency of board meeting, empirically so that higher advising intensity is associated with lower monitoring quality and higher agency cost. Thus, board meetings are directly related to advising function provided by the board. Board independence may also influenced by CEO power. When CEOs has consolidation of power, it's reduced the board monitoring effectiveness. The board as CEO will influence who sit on the board. When CEO has consolidated power, he might depend by his personal goal and has less interest in board independence. The effectiveness of outside director can be influenced by shareholder even of board member depending on ownership structure. Shareholder may have different degree of influence in different countries. Furthermore, insider owner play a large part in deciding who will sit on the board. And the third, woman board commissioner. The gender diversity of the board is a central theme of governance reform worldwide. However, the consequences of changing the gender diversity of the board are little understood. While a large literature shows that women behave differently in a variety of settings, it's not clear whether women should also be expected to behave differently than men in the boardroom. Then evident that women director behave different than men director even after controlling for observable characteristic. Then the gender proportion of the board is positively related to the measure board effectiveness. Women director appear to have similar impact as the independent director described in governance theory. The gender diversity has a positive impact on performance in firms that otherwise have weak governance as measured by their latest ability to resist takeover. Then the important woman commissioner in the position of the board commissioner has been raised in recent proposal for corporate governance reform, cited by Adam and Ferreira 2004.
Implementing law and regulation and consistent law enforcement. And second, the business community as market participant implement good corporate governance as a market for business implementation. Then last, the public as user of product and service in the business world as well as parties affected by the impact of company existence. So their consent and exercise objective and responsible social control. Then the profitability. Profitability is the ability of companies to generate profit or the ability of company from various resources used in operation activities. While the profitability ratio, according to David Chokro Research in 2011, is a ratio that measures a company ability to generate profitability at a certain level of sales, asset, and share capital. On company profitability ratio can generally be measured using several ratio among the others. Return on asset and return on equity. First, return on asset. Return on asset focus on company ability to obtain earning in the company operation.
And then ROE, return on equity, is more of a concern for shareholder because it's related to share capital invested to be managed by management.
Previous research. First, in 2020, Khalifah was journal to examine the effect of corporate governance disclosure on performance. The result show that Islamic bank with higher level of corporate governance disclosure reported
Operating performance measured by
ROE. In contrast, into the expectation, financial performance ROE not significantly related to disclosure of Sharia bank governance. And then 2017, ZJ research about effect of corporate governance structure on the financial performance Johannesburg Stock Exchange. The result is indicate that relationship between both independent, both size, and return on equity for period 2010 until 2015, weak negative correlation between ROE and both size, and a weak but positive correlation between ROE and both independent. Then in 2014, Aziza doing research use descriptive method, quantitative and simple regression method using SPSS. The results show that good corporate governance has significant positive effect on ROA and ROE in based on Indonesia Stock Exchange. And then 2012, Nur Cahyani post jurnal about pengaruh penerapan good corporate governance and kepemilikan institusional terhadap kinerja keuangan. The hypothesis was performed by multiple linear regression analysis. So the result of this research indicate that GCG or good corporate governance has a good effect on both ROE and ROA. And then chapter 3 about this method. First, the population of this thesis or research. The population of this research researcher is the airline companies listed in the Indonesia Stock Exchange in 2017 until 2019. Sample, we use sampling technique. Researcher took a purpose sampling technique, which is the determination of sample based on certain criteria and characteristics. First, classification of airline companies listed in Indonesia Stock Exchange from 2017 until 2019. Airline companies presenting annual report in Indonesia Stock Exchange from 2017 until 2019. The data collection technique, the study used annual report data for 2017 until 2019, so from the Indonesia Stock Exchange website and company's website.
The research variable consists by dependent variable and independent variable. Dependent variable in this research is ROA and ROE. Independent variable is both size and independent non-executive director and board of women. And then data analysis will be used descriptive statistical analysis, classical assumption test, processed by normality test, autocorrelation test, heterodicity test, and then regression analysis, hypothesis testing. In descriptive statistical analysis is used expanded data description of all variable that will be included in the research model that is seen from minimum value, maximum value, and average. And then classical assumption, the data analysis was performed using multiple linear regression analysis technique. The purpose of this test is to determine significance of relationship between independent variable and dependent variable. And then after we do this analysis, we get the result. We will discuss it. First,
company profile in airlines companies. First, Garuda, PT Garuda Indonesia. PT Garuda Indonesia is national airlines owned by government of Indonesia. Now, PT Garuda Indonesia already has a fairly good reputation both domestically and internationally, where Garuda Indonesia offer a full service airlines with 140 flights and serve 96 destinations. The progress of Garuda Indonesia from year to year look quite significant. This can also be seen from the award given by Skytrack starting for 2010, where Garuda Indonesia received an award as 4-star airlines, and in 2014, Garuda Indonesia won the position with an award as 5-star airline. This makes the existence and reputation of Garuda Indonesia better than more trusted but domestic and international level. Second, PT Air Asia Indonesia Tbk. PT Air Asia Indonesia Tbk is officially a parent company of PT Indonesia Air Asia, starting from 29 December 2017. Several key strategies have been employed toward this effect, including to high aircraft utilization, low fare, no frills, point-to-point network. The group adherent to best practice has been recognized via numerous awards over the year. Perhaps the most notably, Air Asia has been voted the world best low-cost airline for 9 consecutive years, in 2009 until 2017. This award from Skytrack. And then the last is PT Indonesia Transport and Infrastructure. PT Indonesia Transport and Infrastructure is a company engaged in the business of commercial aviation and air transportation service. PT Indonesia Transport and Infrastructure Tbk is a subsidiary of PT Global Transport Service. The company has been awarded the HAI, Helicopter Association International Safety Award, for more than 20 consecutive years. Next, this is the analysis of our data related to ROE. The higher is PT Garuda Indonesia in 2019, then the lower is PT Indonesia Transport and Infrastructure. Then the higher ROE is PT Indonesia Infrastructure. The lower also PT Indonesia and Infrastructure in 2007, but they have the higher amount in 2018. And then the classical assumption first is normality test. In the normality test, we use Kolmogorov-Smirnov test, then autocorrelation test. In the autocorrelation test, we use the Watson test. Based on the table, the Watson value for return on asset is 2.00. It's close to 2, but more than -2. So this assumption occurs autocorrelation. Then there been Watson value for return on equity is more than 2. So this assumption also occurs autocorrelation problem. And then heterodacity test. This assumption aims to determine whether in regression model there is an inequality of variance of residual between one observation with other observation. Heterodacity we tested using Spearman rank. So based on the data, ROE both sides when we test ROE both sides, so value 0.013 derivation equation content by derivation equation content heterodacity or homozygosity. The value of correlation coefficient so 0.8 for categories very strong correlation. an independent board, the equation contain heteroscedasticity or homoscedasticity. But correlation result between ROA and Woman board, it shows that equation does not contain heteroscedasticity or homoscedasticity because the value more than 0.05. And then for the ROE, the table significant correlation result between board size and independent board is the regression equation does not contain heteroscedasticity or homoscedasticity because the value is greater than 0.05. But correlation result between ROE and Woman board is less than 0.05, which is so that regression equation does not contain heteroscedasticity or homoscedasticity. Data analysis and hypothesis testing for ROA. Based on the table, it can be seen that regression coefficient of the influence of the board commissioner size independent variable on ROA dependent is positive sign, which means that the more board commissioner, the ROA will increase. Then the regression coefficient influenced by independent board of commissioner, this mean the more independent board commissioner, the ROA will decrease. Related to Woman board commissioner, a positive sign. The more of Woman board commissioner, their ROA will increase. And then for ROA result, based on the table, board of commissioner size regression, so that the more board of commissioner size ROE will increase. Then related to independent board of commissioner, the more independent board commissioner, the ROE will decrease because they have negative sign. But in the board commissioner size, they have positive sign. And the third is Woman board commissioner. In the Woman board commissioner related to the ROE, they have positive sign. So the more amount of Woman board commissioner will make the ROA increase.
So, based on our analysis, the researcher found that the result of data analysis and test of hypothesis, board of commissioner size have significant effect to ROA with positive sign of regression coefficient. Then the independent commissioner board have negative sign of regression coefficient. Woman board have significant effect to ROA. The result of data analysis and test of hypothesis, board of commissioner size have significant effect to ROE with positive sign of regression coefficient. Then independent of commissioner board have negative sign of regression coefficient. Women board have significant effect to ROE with positive sign of regression coefficient. The limitation of this research, the researcher only use secondary data from Indonesia Stock Exchange, company website, and internet news. It will be better for the next researcher to use the primary data if have connection with the companies. And then not so much listing airlines companies as comparison. Hopefully for the next period, the other airline companies can listed in Indonesia Stock Exchange to get more valid data in Indonesia airline companies. Recommendation, hopefully this research can be renewing when there are more airline listing in Indonesia Stock Exchange, so the data analysis will be more accurate to be consideration to take any decision. And the last, try to continuing this research with other variable like sustainability report or etc. Because in Indonesia, research directly using governance structure is not so much. Okay, thanks for all. I think it's the last of our material in this thesis seminar. Hopefully you can stay healthy and stay at home. and far from COVID-19. For the attention and your time. I say thank you